Welcome to Daily Confucius. Today we're diving into a truth most people only discover when it's too late. Why should you have money saved after the age of 60? And this isn't about greed, it's about dignity, freedom, and peace. Confucius said over 2,500 years ago, "The superior man thinks of what is right, the inferior man thinks of what is profitable." Saving money after 60 is not about profit, it's about doing what is right for yourself when the world no longer waits for you. And today we're combining ancient Confucian wisdom with lessons from Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest and wisest investors alive. At 93 years old, still working, still learning, still investing, he proves that age is not a barrier to prosperity when wisdom leads the way. Because aging is the final exam of your financial education. That's when life charges interest on every choice you made decades before, your impulses, your delays, your debts, and the promises you made to yourself but never kept. And time does not offer retakes. Warren Buffett warned us, if you don't build financial independence before 60, you will be ruled by those who have money. Most people discover this too late, when the body begs for rest, but the wallet demands more work. Before we go deeper, tell me in the comments, do you believe it's still possible to build financial peace after 60? I genuinely want to know your thoughts. The truth is harsh, but it sets you free. No one will take care of you after retirement. Not the government, it's overwhelmed. Not your children, they have their own storms to fight. Not the job market, it has little patience for those who slow down. Your only real protection is money saved. Not money saved out of fear, but out of wisdom. Because saving out of fear is survival. Saving out of wisdom is prosperity. Confucius taught, when prosperity comes, do not use it all. But many spend as if prosperity will last forever, and many learn the truth only when the future arrives carrying a stack of bills. Warren Buffett said money is like a mirror. It reflects who you've become. In youth, it's easy to ignore the future. After 60, the future knocks on your door, and it wants payment. Those who never planned end up depending on favors, loans, or whatever the government offers. But those who understood the value of time experience another kind of old age, the old age of freedom.
The freedom to choose what to do, where to live, what to eat, and who to spend the day with. This is the silent wealth that so few have the courage to build. Tell me in the comments, have you already started saving for the future, or are you still putting it off? Money saved after 60 isn't luxury. It's dignified survival. It's the difference between living the rest of your life as a burden or as a legacy. A senior with savings doesn't beg, they negotiate. They don't accept whatever comes, they choose what is right. And that sense of autonomy is worth more than any pension. Yet many still say, why save? I might die and leave it to others. Not realizing the cruel irony. Those who don't save end up having to ask from others just to survive. Saving money later in life isn't about accumulation, it's about emotional safety. Being able to sleep peacefully, knowing you have a place to land, knowing that if life hits you, you won't collapse. And the beautiful part is, it is never too late to start. Confucius taught, it does not matter how slow you go, as long as you do not stop. Buffett started investing at 11, but only became truly wealthy after age 50. Time rewards those who persist, not those who rush. And older people have something youth doesn't: experience. They've seen what works, what destroys, what deceives. They know quick profit promises are traps. They understand real prosperity comes from consistency. That's why the greatest investors in the world value age, because age teaches patience. Tell me in the comments, what was your biggest financial mistake, and what did you learn from it? Saving after 60 is, above all, an act of self-respect. It's admitting that your future still matters, that your life still deserves planning. Because money is not the end, it is the tool that lets you live with dignity until the end. And here is the shift. Saving isn't about accumulation, it's about liberating yourself. After 60, wealth is no longer about how much you earn, it's about how much you can choose. And Buffett called this the ultimate stage of prosperity, the moment when money serves you instead of ruling you. True financial freedom isn't having extra money, it's having the power to say no without fear. Those who reach 60 without savings live in constant worry, fear of tomorrow, fear of bills, fear of medicine prices. And this ongoing fear destroys health, peace, and dignity. Confucius warned, "The man who does not plan for the future will find trouble at his door." Buffett said money is emotional. When it's lacking, it amplifies fear. When it's present, it amplifies calm. Saving is psychological. It is building an invisible wall between you and chaos. A senior with savings sleeps lighter, speaks calmer, thinks clearer. Because when you have reserves, you don't react, you choose.
Dependency is one of the greatest sources of suffering in old age. Not just the fear of lacking money, but the fear of losing respect. Society listens less to those who need more. Buffett refused to depend on anyone because he knew the greatest power is being able to decline help without feeling ungrateful. And this is the essence of financial freedom, the right to live your old age without explaining yourself to anyone. But this doesn't come from luck. It comes from decisions. Small decisions repeated long enough to grow roots. Saving even a little every month is not insignificant. It is a silent commitment to your future self. Every rial saved is a vote for your own freedom. Confucius said, "He who does not save will have to suffer." Warren Buffett compared savings to a shield. It doesn't change the world around you, but it changes how you face it. Many seniors spend old age negotiating debts, but those with savings spend it negotiating dreams. Money saved protects not just your wallet, but your dignity, your health, your soul. And it's true, money doesn't buy happiness. But as Buffett said, money prevents unnecessary unhappiness. It doesn't cure illness, but it pays for treatment. It doesn't buy love, but it gives dignity. It doesn't buy time, but it allows you to use the time you have with freedom. Saving is pressing pause on chaos. It gives you breathing room, and breathing room is what separates despair from serenity. Confucius taught, "The wise man does not hoard. The more he gives, the more he gains." And this supports saving, not contradicts it, because only someone with reserves can help without destroying themselves. Buffett believed money must be your servant, not your master, and saving is how you train it. Every cent saved tells your future, "Work for me." That's when the roles reverse, when money works and you finally rest. Tell me in the comments, do you prefer to work for money your whole life or have money work for you? Saving is not accumulating, it's building choice. And after 60, choice is the greatest luxury on earth. Time is something money can't buy, but time decides everything. Buffett said the enemy of wealth is indecision. After 60, this becomes undeniable. The clock doesn't measure hours, it measures missed opportunities. But here's the good news. Time still rewards those who respect it. Even late starters can win through consistency. Confucius taught, "It is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness." Saving after 60 is lighting that candle. A small start is infinitely more powerful than perfect inaction. Each dollar saved is proof that you still believe in yourself, that you still want a future worth living. The biggest mistake is thinking it's too late. That belief is the poison that kills prosperity. Buffett often reminded us, the biggest risk is not starting. And he was right. Today is the years ago you will wish you had started in the future. Saving money is a conversation with time itself. Every deposit says, "I respect what's coming," and time responds with interest, financial, emotional, and psychological. Because the one who prepares fears less, and fear is the greatest thief of energy in old age. So tell me in the comments, after everything we talked about today, what will be your first step toward financial peace? If this message touched you, leave a like, subscribe, and share this video with parents, grandparents, or anyone who needs to hear these truths. Thank you for being here at Daily Confucius. And remember, aging with freedom, dignity, and self-respect, that is the real wealth.